Hi cryptic queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode, we will start over DXY, and from this morning live stream that I hope you were in, you already know that this gap that we have on DXY, we already knew the market was supposed to pull back down to fill that. And then we just might see the market pull back down to some Fibonacci levels that I have for a potential continuation to the upside. Combining DXY with Bitcoin and Ethereum is one of the best things that we can do, because if DXY pulls down, Bitcoin pulls up. And I have some levels right here too where we could potentially see the market reverse back up to. One thing that we have to have in mind is that we're coming back down to a strong support right here. We just might have the last lower high around $19,850 and then potentially see the market have the power to continue back down. If not, we just might pull back up to the resistance again. But I will break down everything on both Bitcoin and on Ethereum. Don't forget, I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you what I see right now with DXY combined with Bitcoin and on Ethereum. We're starting off with DXY, and remember the last video that I showed you, we were talking about this hanging man and how the wick just might need to get filled. We started Monday with have a pretty huge bullish candlestick to the upside, but if we go down to the lower time frames, to the 1 hourly chart, what we can see that during the weekend DXY created one gap between $109.850 and $109.625. This is very important because when the market creates a gap, the market usually fills the gap. So what I did during this morning live stream, which you should be part of every single Monday to Friday, I have morning live streams at 8 a.m. CET time. That is 1 hour before London session opens. So we have the overview over the day. So everyone that was on my live stream already know about the gap that we have on DXY and how we spoke about this morning that the market needs to pull back down, and we're using the Fibonacci from the last higher low from $108.908 up to the high that we have at $110.200. And you can already see how the market is on its way down to the Fibonacci levels 109.590 and 109.450. So we just might see DXY only pull back to this level to fill the gap and then potentially see the market continue back to the upside. But if we would see a bigger drop, and if we break below the 61.8%, we go back in time and look at this previous resistance that we did break. So we just might see the market pull back down to this level. But first of all, what we're looking at is of course this Fibonacci to see if we will see the market only pull back down to retest it and then potentially create the next higher high. And looking at Bitcoin, we all know that Bitcoin is going against the dollar. So if dollars pulls back down, well then Bitcoin pulls back to the upside. Bitcoin is right now at the support one more time. The last video that I had, we were around this level. So we saw the market try to break the support, but we saw the market close inside, retest, and then another thing that the market also did was it came back up, retested this Fibonacci level at 19,980. And now we just might see the market on the lower time frames now, because remember DXY is pulling back down, Bitcoin can then pull back to the upside. We are at the support, so we can expect the market to have the bounce. But the first thing that we're going to do is that we'll go to the 1 hourly chart and we use the Fibonacci from 19,996 back down to the low at 19,713 if we want to be precisely. If we see that the market pulls back to the upside, well then we just might see Bitcoin pull back up to 19,853 or potentially 19,888 for the next potential lower high. And that just might be where we then see the market have the power to break below the support, which we've seen the market try to break so many times, but we've always seen the fake up from it. If this Fibonacci will be valid, I'm no financial advisor, but take profit 1 could potentially be around 19,650, take profit 2 at $19,500, and take profit 3 at $19,375. What we're going to do is that we're going to highlight this level to see if the market pulls back up to it. And as always, what I always do is that I have one alert in case we see the market cross up to the level. Then I will have a notification to my phone, and then I'll see if this is a valid level for me to sell the market from, or we just might see the market have some big momentum and we just might see the market pull back up to the resistance again. So if we are not retesting this as a lower high and we break above 19,887 and create a potential higher low against this level, well, that just might be the market pull back up even more to the higher targets. Because remember, we are in a sideways market and the market usually bounces from the support to the resistance to support. So before we see a clear breakout from this support, now if this is the case, well, then that just might pull back down to target 19,140, and we already know that that was from a previous Fibonacci. This candlestick right here at 20,577 retested, the retest that we saw at the end of August. Now from a bullish perspective, if we see the market have some big momentum up and we're retesting the resistance again, we're looking at $20,500. If we're breaking above this level, then we're looking at previous Fibonacci levels at $20,800 and $21,130. Now remember, everything is probabilities, but we need to focus on what's happening around the support first of all. And we can definitely try, we just might see the market try to break this level one more time. But always remember that when the market comes back to the support, we want to make sure that we have a clear breakout, a clear retest, and then a continuation. Because going back in time, you've seen so many times how the market tried to break this level, but we never had the power to do this. So this is one of the most important things when we come to support and resistance zones when we are in a sideways market, is that the market doesn't have the power to do that. So right now I'm a little bit careful when it comes to it, because for myself it looks like we can have some push to the upside again, because on the lower time frames you can already see how the market is creating a low, higher low, a higher low. So we just might pull back down for then have a little bigger momentum to the upside again when it comes to Bitcoin. When it comes to Ethereum, we can all see that we're continuing to go sideways in this market too. Another thing the market did was that we came back up, retested the Fibonacci at 1,590. We just might pull back down to the support again, which also the take profit one at 1,523 is. But this is the same scenario. We're coming back down to support. Will we see the break of the support, potential lower high? Well, then that can take us back down to take profit 3 that we also have based on this Fibonacci, which is around $1,430. But in a sideways market, we can come to the half of the sideways market, pull back up to the resistance, pull back down to the support. So this market is not the best looking at the moment, and it's also the holiday in US today, so the market can be very slow. So don't expect the market to be super volatile this Monday. Don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on BYBIT up to $4,450 by using the link in the description down below the video. You also have it pinned in the corner. Good thing with BYBIT, we have the low fees. We all know what happens when it comes to cryptocurrencies. There's so many platforms that have very high fees, and we don't really want to have that. This is why BYBIT is so good. BYBIT also give out other bonuses if you use your stop loss for the first time, if you use take profit for the first time. So they kind of give you challenges for you to use so you can have extra bonuses. Remember, it's leverage trading. Always be very careful. At the end of the day, everything is about risk management, so always have that in mind. Thank you everyone for looking at this video together with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time, because I have the morning live streams every single day from Monday to Friday, and we also have the New York session live stream. So I have live streams 2 times a day, so you should definitely be part of that. If you want to be part of my community, Natalie Bitcoinsensus, you also have it linked in the description down below the video. That's the Telegram group that I have. This is the only group that I have. Remember, I will never in my whole life reach out to you guys. So if there's anyone telling you they're me, they're faking it, because I will never do it. Please comment below what you thought about this video or what you might think will happen this week with the cryptocurrencies. Until then, I hope to see you in a couple of hours on the next live stream, and I love you. See you. Have a good day. Mwah. Bye.